Hi guys, if you're wondering where I've been, I got a story for you. It took me this long to talk about it because, I don't know, I felt so bad. But I went to Bath and Body Works to return some stuff, and the guy was giving me a hard time because I had two hand soaps that I wanted to exchange. They were the foaming hand soaps. I didn't have my receipts with me because I was just really tired that day, but I just wanted to exchange them for the different kind. Like, I'll show you these ones because they're not as drying on your hands, but he wouldn't let me exchange it. He's like, no, you have to exchange it straight across for the foaming kind. And I was like, well, those dry out my hands. So then I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll just get the credit for it because I was buying some stuff. So, and I also had two body washes that I wanted to just put on a merchandise card because I had a 10 off of 30 that I wanted to use. So anyways, I went to ring up my stuff and he was like, oh, you can't get it on a merchandise card. You have to put it towards the stuff you're getting right now. And I was like, well, then I'll have to spend, because I had $20 credit. I was like, but then I'm gonna have to spend 50 to get 10 off. 10 off, it'll be 10 off of 50, counting the 20, and I wanted to do the 10 off of 30. And he's like, oh no, you're trying to get more merchandise than, like you're trying to get more merchandise from the company or whatever. I was like, I don't understand because you're giving me the lowest selling price, which was $3 for us, the soaps, the two soaps. And then the $5 I was getting for the body washes, which is what I paid for it. Actually, it was $4.98 or something. I was getting 2 cents less back. But I was like, that doesn't seem fair to me. I mean, so and he got really all worked up and he's like, well, you're flagged in the system. And I was like, what? I was like, why? Like, what did I do wrong? I don't understand. And then he just kept going on and he was like, you're in here every other week exchanging stuff. And which is a lie. You guys know I only leave the house like once a month to go do my returns at Victoria's Secret and Bath and Body Works. And I do have a lot of returns, so I was like feeling bad. And then like, so I was like, you know, it's because I spend a lot of money here. And he's like, I said, I spent so much money at the semi-annual sale, it's crazy. I don't even want to tell you guys the amount because it's embarrassing. But he's like, yeah, and then you come and you try to bring that stuff and exchange it for the higher priced items. And I was like, no, I was like, I came in here a couple weeks ago with two sprays that I wanted the lids for because I couldn't give them as gifts without the lids. And the other manager lady said I could exchange it for two sprays. And I was like, no, it's okay. So I didn't do that, but I did go back later and exchange it for two sprays and without the receipt, I guess. And so I guess they flagged me that time. I guess if you get a certain amount of times that you do that, then they flag you in the system. I think, I don't know how many times you get, but that's what I heard. And so then I think they flagged me the last time I went in because I exchanged the cocoa, what is it? I have one in here. Sorry. What is that? Coconut mint drop. This one. And I actually have the lotion around here somewhere. Here it is. See how this coconut mint drop has turned like brown and weird? The lotion still smells okay, but it's like slightly changed. I didn't try to return this. I'm not being that much of an asshole, you know what I mean? But I had the body butter, which I love the body butter, but it had turned like a dark brown and it got kind of watery. So I told her, I was like, this is only, she's like, oh, when I was returning the body butter, she's like, what's wrong with this? I'm like, well, it turned really brown. And she was like, no, it's always been that color, which I know that it hasn't always been that color. It used to be like a tan, really light tan brown color. I know this because I have a photographic memory and I pay close attention to detail, but if you've watched Shopping in Scents, she did like a rant video about Bath and Body Works, and she said she had called the company because hers had turned brown and started smelling weird. And so the company, when she called, they said, oh, you can exchange it for whatever you want in the store. So that's what I told them last time, that I exchanged it. The manager just actually just walked away from me, didn't even say anything last time. And so the girl that was working there, she's like, I want to give you the lowest selling price. And so like, I was like, I don't think that's fair. Just a minute ago you said you were going to exchange it for the other body butter. But so then I guess they flagged me that time. So then I was really flagged in the system. And the guy that I saw last time, first of all, every time I go in that store, they're like completely stressed out. You can just tell. Like, I don't know. The guy that was like, he wasn't yelling at me, but he was like reprimanding me. And he's like a really big guy. And he's like really loud, one of those just really loud people. So he wasn't yelling at me, but he was like making a huge scene and his hands were like shaking. He was just so like angry, or I don't know, just I think it was at the end of his rope or something. I just happened to be in his path, but I don't know. So I just wanted to get out of the store. I was like shamed and embarrassed. Well, I wasn't really embarrassed. I mean, the customers were looking at me, but I don't know. I kind of like it if they see what's going on. I don't know. I like it if they see the drama. Like, it's not a big deal for me, for them to see, just more excitement for their day. But so I was shamed and embarrassed, and I just wanted to leave the store. Like, so I finished my transaction. I almost put everything back, but I didn't. Finished my transaction. He did let me get the merchandise card, because that's only right, I think. I don't think I did anything wrong on that part. So I go to walk out of the store, and he's like stopped me, and he pulled me aside, like as if I'm like one of his employees that he constantly like yells at or berates, whatever the word is. So at that point, he just kept saying like, oh, what can we do to better serve you so that this doesn't keep happening again? And I was like, first of all, I don't understand what I did wrong. Tell me what I did wrong. Like, oh, you're returning stuff from the semi-annual sale. I'm like, well, they told me, the manager told me that I could. I mean, there's no set rules of what you can exchange or return, you know what I mean? Like, I just always heard that you could. I don't know. It's probably morally wrong now that I think about it. I mean, I had a few sleepless nights, like, going over in my head, like, what did I do wrong, you know what I mean? And so I just felt like crap, and so I started crying because he kept on saying that over and over again, and I didn't know what to say. Like, well, this conversation's going nowhere. And I started crying, and he's like, what can we better do to serve you so that this doesn't keep happening again? And I was like crying, and I was like, he's like, I just kept saying, I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. Tell me what I'm doing wrong so it doesn't happen again. And so I even looked on the Bath and Body Works website like after this, because I was so distraught about it. And it says you can return anything, anytime, for any reason. So I was like, okay, well, you guys don't tell me this is... First of all, you guys keep allowing it. You guys keep letting me do it, and then you're going to flag me when I walk away? Well, why don't you just say it's not allowed? You know what I mean? Instead of messing with me like that. And so he's like, well, how are you feeling about all this or something? And I just started crying, like gushing out tears, and I'm never shopping here again, I said. And then after that, he like felt kind of bad, I think, and he was like, oh, let me call corporate and have them unflag you. And I was like, okay, I'm still not coming to the store ever again. I'm not quitting shopping at Bath and Body Works just because I'm not one of those people that spites like the company just and then ends up really spiting myself, because they basically have the market cornered. They have the cutest stuff ever. Like, I don't want the business, I don't want them to go out of business or anything, you know what I mean? I just don't understand what's going on with L Brands lately. So I'll never go back there again. That's just like, it just took the fun and the joy out of it. So anyways, I just had like a complete breakdown in the Bath and Body Works, and then I had a big pile of Victoria's Secret stuff piled up here from when they had the 40% off sale, so I felt super guilty. And then my total was like sky high, and I was like, oh no, what am I going to return? Adding up all the receipts, and it was just really a stressful time. But I may have been in the wrong, but I know for sure that that guy was in the wrong for the way he treated me. Like, it was enough to tell me that I'm flagged in the system, you know, I mean, that's already bad enough. So, I don't know. That's why I was upset for like a month, and I was like, I'm not shopping ever again. I'm quitting shopping. But then I did shop like a few times, just not getting out of control. I should have posted it for you guys, but then I wanted to tell you the story, but I was just too upset still to even come on camera. So that's it for my Bath and Body Works rant. Well, I love you guys. I hope you have a great day or night. Love, Amber.